Welcome back to PSC Tech Bytes. Microsoft recently introduced SharePoint Framework version 1.18, and in this new version there are new and updated dependencies like, for example, Node.js version 18, Fluent UI version 8 and TypeScript version 4.7. They also made a huge investment in the adaptive card extensions, and in fact now we have a new development model for the card views with a new base class, which is the base component card view, and we have the so-called flexible card views. So starting from a predefined template of settings, we can easily define the different flavors of card views in an adaptive card, and we can also create card views which will have a text box to collect input from users, or the behavior of a search box with a text box to search and a button and the search results preview in the UI of the card view. So you don't always need to switch to a quick view to show advanced level content. Of course, you can still use the quick views, and that's why they also improved and updated the base class from the base adaptive card view into the base adaptive card quick view. They also made it possible to automatically detect the theme of the hosting client. Some of these changes are available in the web UI and in Microsoft Teams only, and not yet in the Viva Connection mobile app, but they will come in the near future. So let me move to the demo environment and let me show you how we can start playing with the new card views in SharePoint Framework 1.18. So here we have a couple of adaptive card extensions running inside the workbench of SharePoint Framework, and we can see the first one at the top is a basic card view, while the second one is a search card view where you can ideally search for something and then you will get back the results with a quick view, or eventually you can even get a preview of the result or a suggested output in the card view itself. How are these renewed and new card views implemented? Let me switch to Visual Studio Code. Here we have a couple of adaptive card extensions defined in a SharePoint Framework 1.18 solution. The first one, the flexible adaptive card, is nothing more than a regular adaptive card extension as we used to have in previous releases of SharePoint Framework. But if we look at the card view itself, we can see that the card view is now extending the base component card view type. And here we have the properties, the state, and an additional interface to define the parameters that we can use to configure the output of the card view. In the card view, instead of having the definition of the buttons and the definition of the properties in two different methods, we just have the get card view parameters method, which will return, for example, an iText card view parameters, but can be something else if we have different flavors of card, as we will see. And for the basic card view, we define a set of components, so the card bar, the header and the footer, in order to define how the card view will behave in the rendering. And for example, if we want to replace this basic card view with a primary text card view, we can simply replace this portion of our code with a different setup, like for example this primary text card view, with a different set of components, and of course we will have to update the import right here. And once we will save the source code of our card view, we can refresh the rendering and see the updated behavior. So let me go back to the browser, let me refresh, and now we will have a primary text card view in place. As you can see, we can just play with different functions which will automatically define the card view parameters accordingly to a set of components. And the different flavors that we have supported right now are the basic card view, the image card view, the primary text card view, the search card view, the text input card view, and the text input image card view. So 6 different flavors. Then we can have a look at the search one, for example. In the case of the search one, we still have the card view parameters, but right now we have a different type, a different interface for the card parameters. It is an iSearch card view parameters, and the search card view function will be based still on a card bar and on a header, but in the body we define the behavior of the search box, as well as in the footer we can also define the behavior of the preview or of the suggested content to search. So depending on the card view flavor that you create, you will have to rely on a different function to easily create the flexible card view, and then you will have to define the different elements or components that will make up the output of your card view. Like always, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.